I found some scrap steel in part 1, now it's time to cut it up and get going. I'll start with the hinge bracket. So I've successfully cut this piece out of the end of that piece of angle iron, and I've used just a Makita battery 5-inch brushless angle grinder to do that. Didn't take terribly long, although it's the thickest material I need to cut for this project. I've started to mark my plate out. I've lineaged that plate, lineaged this surface. That's my piece of angle iron cut and some of the edges knocked off it. I've laid the original piece over the top of that, marked through the holes if 30mm centres, as best I can determine. My plate's turned out about 1mm narrower than that one, or a bit over 1mm narrower than that one, but that's what I had and that will do, I'm sure. I'm going to centre punch these holes and bore those out to 12mm to match these ones. This is the upper piece of tube, lower piece, the hinge bracket, and the material 25mm wide, 5mm thick, that I'm going to make the clevis out of. There, that's the bulk of the raw materials. I've been able to put away the rest of the stock, and now I've just got these pieces to play with. This clevis is progressing slowly. I've heated and hammered one side of that. The original corner stayed pretty much in shape. Fairly happy with that. It's a little bit open at the back, closed at the front, so I'm going to heat it again and crush the whole thing onto the bracket, because it's open a little bit at the back of the bracket, and if the whole thing's heated and crushed in the press over that, I think I'll get a even tight fit over it. I gave this clevis a pinch down in the press to tighten it over this bracket. I've now got a nice slip fit. It actually sticks in a couple of spots, so that's probably because my bracket's not fully parallel. And then when the bolt goes through with the nut that tightens it up, it actually can pinch that a bit tighter, but it doesn't need to be the way it feels there at the moment. So I can go ahead now and drill the 10mm hole right through that piece, and I may have that in the right position over this other piece to drill right through the three layers in one operation. I'm trying to press the bend into this bracket. I've got a bit happening, got a little bit more to go. It's on its way. I tried a little bit of heat. Probably most of that heat's gone now, so I don't know whether I'm doing any damage. I'm going to just keep pressing it the way it is at the moment. Just a gap between the bricks here. It's supposed to be about 15mm. It's probably a bit more than that at the moment, and a bit of a radius on the end of this tool to not create a terribly sharp bite. Well, that's the bracket bent to very close to the right angle. I've bent it slightly more than I needed to and then pushed it back flat. I'm close enough across here in the match-up of the angle, and they're both sitting flat on the table there. Pretty flush this end, and there's enough material here to cut this shape out of that corner. That's a rough mark out of the hinge pin and the cutout around it. I've sort of traced that through. I'm going to sort of rough it out before I commit too much to the shape. I'm going to cut that triangular corner off first. So after drilling that hole 10mm, this is a long shoulder bolt which has got the longest shoulder on it. I can't use this one, but I'm It'll do for the demonstration. There's that piece clocking 90 degrees nicely. So that can be cleaned up, the ends of this radius, maybe a little bit taken off the end there. Next job is to work out where the pin goes for the spring tower and drill these two holes. I've used the end mill to spot face a little patch there. I'm going to drill and tap M8. I'm going to use a 7mm drill, 6.8 I think is the official size, but it's not. It's going to be welded, so I just wanted to get a tapped hole through there so I can wind a screw in there to make this spring tower. These holes are 30mm apart, so I can use my basic CNC on my mill here to automatically move the drill across to the other hole, just like that. This is the final 12mm drill and we're done. Well, they say your welding's only as good as your grinding. So that's the top tube welded to the clevis. MIG welder I'm using. Tacked that nicely. When I went to stitch it on, that's when all the shit started to happen, so that's just me not being able to weld. I made that dimple on the end of the foot by putting a big nut on this side and pressing a rounded pin into the bottom to try and emulate what the original looks like on the end of the foot. I wasn't particularly happy with the bend I achieved on the bottom there, so I ran a big piece of weld across the joint on the inside there to thicken it up a little bit, and yeah, it hasn't smoothed out very well. That's my shit welding. A bit of paint will cover it a bit, but I think it's now strong enough. End of the 19mm tube bent into something that resembles a foot. I'm measuring the length of this foot from the bolt to the bottom here, about 390. I think I've got that set right. I need to put a couple of tacks on the centre there. I think that's all the other one has, is about 3 tacks around this joint here. I suspect that means you can vary the length of it potentially, but let's just hope the original's right. I've made these spring posts out of a 8mm bolt. That one's got a corner cut off it. I didn't use that one, but it's the same as that. Rounded the tops. This length of clear shank here was important, and this one is for this position where it'll go tapped right through. This shorter one goes at that end where it's just tapped into the plate. So that's one of my posts screwed in, not welded yet. You'll get a bit of weld on the bottom. That's the post down. This one goes right through. The original didn't go right through, but I thought, why not? My welding's not going to be great, so that'll be stronger. It'll get a bit of weld on the bottom and a dab at the top. That's my unpainted but finished kickstand for the KDX200, 1986 model. I've got the spring fitted to my kickstand at the moment, being taken off the example kickstand. I've got one on order with Kawasaki. They've let me know that it's in the post at the moment. Hopefully it's exactly the same as this original spring, and I can get it on there, get a coat of paint on it and call that finished. I found a couple of M12 flanged bolts, M12 fine thread which I believe is the correct thread to fit into the mount on the swing arm of the bike. Go out and put a coat of paint on it next. Well, I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out overall. I hate painting, but when it comes to spraying a bit of paint on something you've spent a bit of time on fabricating, I don't mind it so much. I certainly still hate house painting. But you got to do it sometimes. Get out to your shed and have some fun.